Dark psychology isn't just something from movies or crime documentaries. It shows up in friendships, relationships, workplaces, and even online conversations. The scary part? Most manipulation feels normal while it's happening. Here are 7 dark psychology tactics people use, and how to protect yourself from them. Reciprocity Trap. Humans naturally feel the need to return favors. Manipulators use this against you. This is called the reciprocity trap. When someone gives you something so you feel emotionally pressured to give something back. For example, a coworker constantly helps you with small tasks, then suddenly asks you to cover for their mistakes. Or someone buys you expensive gifts early in a relationship and later expects total loyalty or control. The gift was never free. It was an investment. How do you defend yourself? Remember this: gratitude does not equal obligation. You can appreciate someone without sacrificing your boundaries. Before agreeing to something, ask yourself, would I still say yes if they had never done anything for me? Gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the most dangerous psychological manipulation tactics. It happens when someone makes you question your own memory, emotions, or perception of reality. You bring up something hurtful they said, and suddenly they respond with, "That never happened." You're too sensitive. You always overreact. Over time, you stop trusting yourself and start depending on them to define reality for you. A real example is when someone repeatedly lies, gets caught, and somehow convinces you that you're the problem for being suspicious. The defense? Keep evidence when necessary. Write things down. Talk to trusted people outside the situation. And most importantly, trust patterns, not apologies. Fear anchoring. Fear anchoring works by creating anxiety first, then offering relief. Manipulators make you feel uncertain, insecure, or scared, so you become easier to control. For example, a boss constantly hints that employees could be replaced at any moment. Suddenly, everyone works harder out of fear, not respect. In relationships, someone might repeatedly imply, "Nobody else would put up with you." That statement creates emotional dependency through fear. To defend yourself, pause before reacting emotionally. Ask, is this person giving me information or trying to control my emotions? Fear-based pressure is often a red flag. Love bombing. Love bombing feels amazing at first, and that's why it works. This tactic involves overwhelming someone with attention, compliments, gifts, and affection to quickly gain emotional control. You've probably seen this. Constant texting, talking about the future immediately, saying, "I've never felt this way before," after only a few days. At first it feels romantic, but once attachment forms, the behavior suddenly changes. The affection disappears and becomes control, guilt, or manipulation. Healthy relationships grow steadily. Manipulative ones move at extreme speed. The defense? Slow things down. Real connection survives patience. Manipulation usually doesn't. Silent treatment. The silent treatment is emotional punishment disguised as silence. Instead of communicating, someone intentionally ignores you to create anxiety and force you to chase their approval. A healthy person says, "I need space right now." A manipulator disappears completely so you feel guilty, confused, and desperate to fix things, even when you did nothing wrong. For example, after a disagreement, they ignore your calls for days until you apologize just to end the discomfort. The goal isn't peace. It's control. The defense is recognizing that communication withdrawal can be Emotional manipulation. Don't reward toxic silence by begging for attention. Respect yourself enough to step back too. Projection. Projection happens when people accuse you of the very behavior they're guilty of themselves. Someone dishonest constantly accuses others of lying. Someone cheating becomes obsessed with accusing their partner of cheating. Why? Because projecting shifts attention away from them and puts you on the defensive. A real example is when a manipulative friend spreads rumors but constantly claims everyone else is toxic or fake. The defense? Focus on actions, not accusations. Sometimes what people repeatedly accuse others of reveals more about them than about you. DARVO. DARVO stands for deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. This tactic is commonly used when manipulators get confronted. First, they deny what happened. Then they attack the person confronting them. Finally, they act like they're the real victim. For example, you confront someone for lying. Instead of accountability, they say, "You're crazy for checking. You never trust me. I can't believe you're attacking me like this." Suddenly, you're defending yourself instead of discussing their behavior. The defense is staying focused on the original issue. Don't get distracted by emotional chaos. Manipulators often win by changing the subject. Which one of these have you experienced the most? Comment below. And follow for more psychology and self-awareness content every week.